Not you and honey every
Oh,
week.
being so dramatic. Okay.
Need that. Man. Hi guys, welcome back.
Hey, y'all.
It's another episode of Girl Please. And y'all, guess what?
It's episode 10.
It's episode 10. Woo!
Shout out to everybody that has stuck with us thus far. We really appreciate you. We see our channel growing. We see
Yes,
our IG growing. Y'all are doing the things, commenting, DMing. We love it.
we love it. We love it here. I'm so excited. And kudos to us, friend. We have shown
Us, friend. We have
that
been
we-
consistent,
okay.
dedicated. Okay, we have grown.
I'm so excited. Let's get into the show because we got a lot of
Well,
things.
let's tell the people who we are.
Oh, how could I forget it? Oh my goodness.
I'm Tiara, your resident personal stylist, helping you embody your visions to live your best life.
Yes, she is, honey. And I am Deja, your favorite homegirl for all things brands, culture, and of course, fashion.
Period.
Yes. Okay.
So we about to be talking about a lot of things, friend.
Yes. Oh my gosh. So many things this week, guys. So we're just going to jump right into
Yeah.
it. Okay. So I know that you read, friend, about It's On Allure by Kayla Greaves. And
We
it was
love
a
love.
really good article. Yeah, she's a great writer, great beauty writer at that
Yeah.
insider as well. And she wrote an article for their Melanin Edit column that says if grants for Black owned businesses are eliminated, your favorite beauty brands could be too. And
Mhm.
I think this is a really great article, a really great piece. It's actually something that I studied while I was in law school, little
Oh, law school.
note for y'all who didn't know. Um, but it basically talks about how one, the dismantling of DEI initiatives, which we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Two, how, Black owned brands are not just good for Black people
Right.
and, our economic structure, but for the entire economic structure and
Yeah.
beyond just Black folks. So it was a really good article, and it really broke down the need, one, for Black owned brands within the beauty sector,
Yeah.
and so some of those stats of the percentages of Black owned businesses and the degree of grants that are needed to sustain their businesses. And
Yeah.
how really we often say like beauty is oversaturated, but it's actually not. It's not for Black business owners. And so we
Yeah.
make about 4 to 7%, she mentioned, of the entire, beauty industry, which
Yeah.
beauty is $1 billion industry, which is a great industry to tap into. But
Brilliant.
to her point, if grants are taken away, there's some brands that won't even be able to come into fruition because
Yeah.
they need that. We don't often get a start, or we don't come from
Yeah.
a wealth legacy. So, this is their entry point. This is their way in. So if you guys haven't checked it out, it's a really great article. Again, shout out to Kayla. It is on allure.com and you all can read it there. But want to hear your thoughts too, friend, before we, move
Well,
on.
that's just kind of the gist of the article. I mean, what were some of the points that you wanted to hit on? I know you had some notes.
Yeah, yeah. I think so. In the article, like I said, it was a lot of great stats, a lot of good reporting from Nielsen and McKinsey. And for all of you that don't know, these are just like insight companies that
Yeah.
collect data, right? And
And
so Nielsen reported that the Black consumer spending in the beauty space reached 9.4 billion, which is amazing, in 2023, and
Mhm.
that's up $1.3 billion from April 2022. And in
Yeah.
2020, there were more than 3.7 million Black-owned firms in the U.S.
Yeah.
With $226 billion in revenue. So it just shows you, right, like the Black spending power,
Yeah.
the power that we have to build these brands, and I think we
Yeah.
talked about this previously in Girl Please, of just how Black business owners don't get the same amount of funding, which
Yeah.
is unfortunate. And, now with them trying to dismantle DEI and all of the initiatives, it's
Yeah.
getting worse.
I
Uh,
mean, it is a thing, right? But
right.
what else is making it hard? Like, I do think that there is something to the idea of oversaturation, to be honest. Like, obviously, there is a monopoly on all of these spaces in the industry by white people, right? Like they overwhelmingly get their product to market before anybody. So by that, they have a huge portion of the Black population as their consumer base,
Yeah.
right?
Mm-hmm.
And there have been, brand loyalties because these brands have existed for so long,
Right.
right? And they, run the spectrum of price points, right? And they are stocked everywhere,
Yeah.
which obviously these are layers and barriers to why it is so hard for Black brands to compete. But is there really truly something to the oversaturation?
Well, according to McKinsey and Company,
Mm-hmm.
they mostly equate this to the country's stark wealth gap. And so,
Okay.
as I was mentioning earlier, there a lot of times Black founders are digging into their own pots of money, or their little savings that they have, or even
To
starting
start the
to
brands,
start
right?
the brands, right? And so it's again, it's much harder. It's a barrier to entry there that Black founders see a bit more opposed to their counterparts.
Yeah.
And the grants are needed. Obviously the funding is needed
To get
because
the brands to market.
exactly to get the brands even to the market. If with
Okay.
the money, we can't create the product, you know?
But again, is another major barrier to that the oversaturation in the beauty space. We do have to think
It
about that. I mean,
is food
is
for
there an eyeliner that we're missing? Is there a lotion that we're missing?
no,
Is
no.
there a new moisturizing component in a plant that hasn't been discovered yet that we're missing? That's just all I'm saying. Like, I don't want this to be, me. I support everybody. I support us, number one, because at the end of the day, to the point of the article, white people are getting all of these products that we don't need to the shelf every
Yeah,
single.
right.
But I do wonder, is some of the funding issue coming from
Because it's so much.
oversaturation?
Yeah.
Yeah, like are there you know investors even willing to take that risk because they may already have that
Yeah.
product in their portfolio?
uh, in my heart of hearts, I want to believe that they're not giving as much funding because it is oversaturation. I
Well,
think
that is a truth, though.
that's the easy yes, but I do think, obviously it's so layered
Yeah,
because Black people in general, we get funding at a lesser rate than our white counterparts anyway.
absolutely.
Then you add in beauty on top of, your point of oversaturation. So
Hmm.
now it's like a double whammy
Yeah,
of sorts. And so, yeah, I want to believe that it is nuanced, right?
yeah,
I hate the idea of it being, I mean, but that is the reality of it just being because it is Black founded.
yeah,
But as we see, even Felita Harris is out there fighting very
yeah.
hard over at Ray's Fashion,
Agreed.
to keep these things going, and some other just leaders within the fashion and beauty space that
Yeah,
have these different organizations. And so it's more there to it, obviously, and I
mhm,
think I'd love to see how this continues to build out,
yeah,
and see how these numbers fluctuate. But yeah, it's an interesting article, friends. I do think, like we were
yeah.
saying, it's severely nuanced, and it's a lot of things
Exactly.
to
So it's really hard to kind of really press upon what exactly our outrage would be because there's so many areas one to spread that across. I mean, let's be honest, as Black people in these spaces, understanding, yeah, a lot of the pushback is because of the color of our skin. Like, we not even gonna act like that don't exist.
right,
But also, too, competing in a space that is just so loaded. I mean, we have to be real about that too.
right, yeah, yeah. It
You
is.
know,
It's a lot to it, friend. It's a
yeah,
lot to
it's
it.
definitely a lot to it. And if anybody's gonna get down to the nitty gritty of it, it's our girl Kayla Greaves.
Okay.
We love everything that she does. She watches all the business. She has a very critical mind. Like I love her writing. Like I love how she reports
Right.
on the beauty space. So we'll
Yes.
see what sort of updates Kayla has on that.
Yeah.
And she's also a lure keeping the melanin edit alive.
And
Yeah,
that's exciting. I love a good
yeah,
column. I live for
yeah.
that. So
We love a comment.
yeah,
Well, we'll keep our eyes peeled on that.
we
And
will. We will.
our statistician D, little
Okay.
D with the stats.
Yes. Okay. We got the numbers, the data, the insights. I love it here.
We're giving you all the tea.
Okay. It is. And y'all let us know what your thoughts are too. I mean,
Comment.
we want to
Just
hear from you. And if you're a Black business owner, founder, entrepreneur, let us know, what is your real life experience in
yeah,
this space. We definitely want to talk about it
yeah.
and hear from you. So you know what to do. Drop it in the comments,
Period.
DM us, email us, all the things, babes.
Okay. Well, in that vein of Black people innovating and competing in an overcrowded space,
Girl.
let's talk about Target and their Future Collective collection.
Yes.
And Kalana Barfield had some announcements of what's new on the horizon over there. So,
Yep.
if you guys aren't familiar, the Future Collective is a capsule strategy that Target implemented to bring in outside collaborations to expand their fashion offering. And Kalana
Mhm.
Barfield was one of their first guest designers. And
Mhm.
it seems now the strategy is moving away from bringing on guest designers. I mean, this is not an unfamiliar concept. Target has long done guest designer series for
Mhm.
a
Mhm.
number of years. We know this in the fast fashion space. We all know. We all know. We're all informed. But now they're moving away from the guest designer model and bringing on style curators, they're calling them.
Mhm.
And so there's a group of women in the style curator class that they're bringing out. Some of the women I'm familiar with, some I'm not. But they're, if you guys are familiar with Paige Lorenz, Tatiana Elizabeth over at Skin
Mhm.
Butter, which is another Black-owned beauty brand.
Mhm.
Um, Danny Sierra, and a couple of other ladies over there. Are you familiar? I think there was a model too. I don't want to get anybody's name wrong. What's our model girl's name?
I am blanking
We'll
on
get
the
back to you guys on our model girl's name. But yes, so they are bringing in a class of style curators, and I just kind of wanted to expand the conversation away from that because I think that's a very interesting concept they're doing over there. To me, it kind of seems like, okay, for example, like Skin Butter, this is an opportunity for Tatiana to participate in Target creating a partnership and then possibly getting her products on the shelves.
shows. Yeah.
That's what it seems like to me.
Mhm.
But the bigger conversation is style curator. Every day we have a new title, a new type of professional, a new type of person in the, content creator space. And it begs the question for me, and I've been dying to talk to you about this. Number one, what is a style curator and who gets to be the authority on style?
Anybody these days seems like.
I mean,
Mhm.
anybody,
Mhm.
anybody. Like,
Yeah.
there is something to be said, and we are cut the Black girl a check all day. So if
Right.
this is an opportunity for a Black girl to get her check cut, we're
Right.
sending her in the line.
Mhm. Mhm.
But I'm not familiar with these women, and I mean, I'm not going to be familiar with most people on the internet because millions and billions of people are on the internet and everybody pops up every day being a style influencer or what have you. But
Yeah.
as a stylist, I mean, it does beg the question, like, what is a style curator? What do you do?
Yeah, I just feel like you said, everyone has these shiny names, new and shiny names. I mean, it sounds cute, right? But when you get down to it, what does the style curator do? And in my mind, I mean, loosely, just from
Yeah,
a marketing lens, I would think that this style curator would curate specific, capsules
yeah,
or something
yeah.
within the collection. I am familiar with Danny Sierra and Tatiana Elizabeth.
Okay.
And
Now, are these Gen Z girls?
I believe that they're Gen Z. You know,
Okay.
you know, listen, I
Are
try
they
to know all
TikTok girls? Are
you know,
they?
the black owned brands, right? So I
the-
knew of Skin Butter,
I
and
know
then
of Skin Butter.
from learning about them, just looking up the founder, of course.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's really where it goes for me with
Yeah.
Tatiana and Danny.
Okay.
But I think that it's just interesting because shout out, obviously to Kalana. She's HBCU alum as well.
Period.
I love this opportunity for her. And
And definitely a fashion authority, by the way.
yes, so that's what I was going to say, as her being someone known as a fashion insider, wonder if she had, and which I'm sure she did, a piece in who these style curators would be and really
Yeah.
under
It
I,
would look that way.
her reasoning behind, picking them
Yeah.
opposed to true style insiders that we see. And maybe,
Yeah.
I love the idea of fashion folks not necessarily being fashion, tied to fashion, like they don't have a
Of
fashion,
course. I mean, if we're going to be
but
honest about it, plenty of fashion icons that are on your mood boards right now are not
exactly
necessarily fashion professionals.
right. But
Yeah.
to the point is like I you know them though, for
Exactly.
having the
Know them.
style. So even if let's say, oh, I'm forgetting her name, but I love her so much. She's a lawyer, but she's a fashion influencer, and it's
Not
so
Jamal Clooney.
no, 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 no,
Oh,
black woman. I can't think of her name. She's based in Chicago.
oh,
But I've been following her for years, and sometimes I forget she's a lawyer because she's
yeah.
so, she's so into style, she's so knowledgeable, she
Yeah.
knows fashion, all the
Yeah.
things that
Yeah.
go on and on. But that's my point. To me, I would have liked to see, and I guess maybe we will see, maybe down the line,
Yeah.
those girls that aren't within the fashion industry that are fashion insiders, style curators of their own, in their own right.
But I
And
feel like we can kind of say that this is what these women are, right? Like I don't know them, so I can't say that. I know Skin Butter is a beauty brand, but
just really
what's
know
her
them though as fashion people. I don't necessarily know them as that.
well, isn't that what we're saying? Like people that
Yeah.
aren't necessarily fashion people that we don't know of, but they have like a style. Like when I
But
look,
that's what I'm saying. I don't know them to have a style.
well, that's the point. Yes.
Yeah.
Like I agree with you. Like I would love for this to be somebody that I can get, exposed to by an ad when I'm walking through Target with my cart and she just has impeccable style.
Right.
Like
You know
I
what would have been great? And I'm just throwing this out here. And if this comes to life, I'm gonna need my check. But Adrienne Lofton, who is a marketing executive at Google,
oh,
yes,
okay. Or our girl of the week, Jasmine Hart.
yes, yeah,
I would buy
me
I'd
too.
certainly look into what
Okay,
Miss Mamas is curating over there in the Future Collective section of Target. Because
okay,
act like Target don't be having a piece or three or five.
honey, love Target down.
Okay. Because my girls, my clients, we live for Target. We ain't got to be Louis Gucci Prada all day.
No, I love the Future Collective, and I
Yeah.
told you before, I like when they do the collaborations, with design.
One that Janae Naylor did with Target, is that also Future Collective? Or did
Yes,
she do
that
something?
was
Okay.
Future Collective.
Gabriella Carifa,
Yep, all
also Future
under the Future
Collective.
Collective.
And
Yep.
I love that there's a lot of Black women we can draw from too in this. I don't know. I guess now that we're speaking about it, perhaps this is expanding from just
Just
fashioning people and maybe
yeah.
giving somebody else an opportunity, especially like we said with Tatiana having her own product that is known. This is
Right.
probably an opportunity for her to get shelf real estate. I don't know. We'll see. But it
We'll
did
see.
beg the question of what is a style curator? Who gets to call themselves one? And y'all get in the comments and let us know too. What do you think? Like, what would you like to see style and fashion wise when you're shopping in Target or any other store? We talked about mall brands last week and all
Mm-hmm.
the collaborations they're doing across brands.
Right.
Like, who resonates with you and who doesn't? Like, what type of creator, what type of influencer, should it even be an influencer? Should it
Right.
be somebody like Grace Jones, Zoe Kravitz? Like, you know what I mean? I don't
Yeah.
know.
I guess we'll see. Like I
We'll
said, I
see.
think this is the first iteration of it. This is
Yeah,
like the inaugural class. So, yeah, it can grow. And
yeah,
I hope that they get some girls that, I've been watching for years that are
yeah.
super bomb.
Let's see what this expands into, and I'm rooting for Jasmine because I'm trying to get a dress or a belt or something.
Okay, too. Or a shoe. Huh?
Period. Okay, so side note, Model of the Year nominations are out.
Yes, yes. And
Alba
we hope
Claire,
Alva Claire, shout out to my girl. I am obsessed with her.
Anak,
Anak is also nominated. I
and
think
some women we don't know that are super popular. Alex Consani, like obviously I've seen Alex in a lot of editorials and a lot of campaigns. I've seen her, like this is our girl JT's friend, it seems. But I'm
it's
just not familiar.
Yeah, I would say too, I'm not that familiar either, but you know me. The girls that
You
resonate
know
with
us.
me,
We
right?
see stuff.
The girls that resonate with us look like me. So,
Melanated. So if
okay,
Alex
so
Mama's no shade, and
no,
pardon me if I'm not
sure,
familiar with it. If
beautiful
you
gowns.
are a Miss Mamas or whatever, baby, get
Yeah,
me.
I'm sure beautiful gowns. I'm not aware, but shout out to the black girls that were nominated last year.
Yes.
Won the award, so it's beautiful to see more
We'll stay tuned.
representation that way.
Yeah. So we'll see. Nominations are out. We'll
Yeah.
let you know. We'll cover all the things. We'll cover all the things.
Yes.
Speaking of cover, Tim's on Essence.
Yes. My
Okay,
girl,
love me some Tim's.
I'm obsessed with her. I cannot wait to go to her concert. I love
No,
Tim's.
when is she in concert? Right now?
She's in October, I believe.
Where? Where are you gonna watch her at?
Probably in Atlanta, but I'll get you the dates, friend. I'll get. Yes. Let me do the Googles. But no, I love Tim's on the Essence of
Yeah.
cover. It feels just so it feels her.
Black.
You know what? It reminds me of the covers of Essence like in the 90s.
Yes, all
It
those
was
covers I have that my mom
yes,
has.
like before they expanded into trying to do more, fashion-esque covers.
Lifestyle. Well, I guess that's
More
always been lifestyle. There
lifestyle.
have always been lifestyle.
Yes, but
But
you know what I mean, right?
yeah,
Like, this is just her face. Like we're getting
she
beauty,
is a black
back,
woman.
has her head wrap on. It's yes,
Yes.
it's
And then
beautiful.
the image with her in the mirror. Okay, we could go on all day about
Yes.
that. But
No,
y'all, Tim's is on the cover of Essence and Gabriella
it's
Carifa styled the editorial.
it's
Yes.
awesome. Shout out to them, and
Period.
obviously shout out to all the black girls there at Essence.
Period. Okay, and speaking of black girls, Miss
So
Precious
one of black
E,
girls, yes,
period.
Miss
Check
Precious.
out Supermodel from
Okay, my
Atlanta.
favorite. This is a Precious Lee Stan account.
She,
If you did not
for
know,
sure, it's giving girl please hashtag Precious Lee Stan account.
okay, yeah,
She's got her an Old Navy campaign, and it's groovy.
yeah, it's so cute. It were again
Yes.
90s nostalgia with the double denim, love it down.
Mhm.
And I just love how she's expanded her model career. But
Yes.
if you guys haven't seen it, go check it out. It's super cute and fun. And
Yeah.
it reminds me too of the belts that we used to wear that would have like our names or something. But
Yeah.
yeah, go check it out. Let us know how you guys feel about it. And yeah, shout out to Precious Lee.
Okay. So our girl yes of the week,
Yes, we mentioned her.
Jasmine
Yeah.
E. Hart.
Yes, we
You
love
know
her.
what I love about this whole situation? So Jasmine is just like one of those women that we were describing in the last segment. I
Yeah,
just randomly
came across
saw
her.
her on my I don't even know if it's called the For You page. I don't even know.
Explore
Maybe
page. Explore page.
whatever. Okay. Whatever. But I don't even know if that's how I came across her. I think it must have been going through friends of friends, right?
Mhm.
And I just see this girl that is fly,
Yeah.
like fly.
Yeah.
And y'all don't know me like that yet, but Deja knows. For me to call you fly means you fly.
Right.
And I
Yeah.
mean, okay, so she got me to go and looking on her TikTok and
You were doing all the Googles.
I mean, who is this girl that I don't know about that we have some people in common, but she's just so fly.
Yeah.
I can't even think of another word. She's like literally impeccably dressed. Like she's a connoisseur.
Yeah. Yeah,
I
she's good.
can't. I
And
can't.
I hope we you throw the image up,
Yes,
but
look at this image, you guys. You all
yeah,
see this funky top with this slit. You all see these white pants. Okay, so they're just like a little rounded on
love
the
it.
hip,
Oh my
like,
God.
and that shoe
Honey, it's the shoot for me.
and this little bag. Okay, this is her London trip,
I love it.
and she's matching this dining room of this restaurant. Please,
What does she do? Do you know?
she's in fashion. I know she's a fashion consultant.
Okay.
I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I want to know
Get
more.
acquainted with her.
We
So
need to get acquainted. Yeah,
tap in, okay? We
please.
love it. We
Yeah,
we want to see
need
more of
more
it.
of it.
You can come on the girl, please.
And let's just talk about it. Tell us how you got so fly.
Yes. Who inspires you, Miss Mamas?
Period.
Love it.
Okay, yeah. So we always give credit when credit is due, and that is our girl yes of the week. And we
Yes.
will, y'all gone on over to the IG page, and we'll give you some more deets.
Love it. So, friend,
You know what time it is.
it's that time.
Okay, but what time is it? Just tell them.
Girl, please time, honey. Okay. We got lots to get into, so I'm ready.
Ooh, okay. Well, let's just start with this. So, BOF had an article titled "Why Bad Style Can Be Good for Business."
Gosh,
Can
the piece
it?
of it all.
First of all, just the title of it. It just y'all didn't know better than that. Number one. Okay, but they also were talking about Blake Lively and whatever's going on with her and her press tour and what she's pressing about. That is not my ministry. Do you have any insight on that?
You know it ain't mine.
Okay, well, Miss Mama's thoughts and prayers on whatever you are suffering and struggling through. But
Praise
I just want to talk about bad style is not good for business.
at all.
Bad style is never okay.
No.
And so for that title, BOF, it's a girl. Please.
Actually, business of fashion.
I mean, what were you thinking?
Girl, please.
I don't know. Y'all on timeout.
Because it's
Are you arguing that? You're arguing that? That's what you're gonna say? You're doing that one. Okay, now girl, please. Mm-mm. One like that.
Mm-mm.
Speaking of girl, please. Did you see Sara Blakely of Spanx fame has a new venture
I did.
and she's calling it Sneex?
I wanted to glance over that one because you see my
Girl,
face.
what? But ma'am,
What is sneak? That don't even sound right coming out my mouth. Sneak.
Sneex. You need to sneak back to the drawing board.
You need to sneak back to Spanx. What is Sneaks? We don't even know.
No,
What
you
that is.
need to bust back through the
What?
door of space and beg it back. Actually, I lied. I didn't sell
It's gonna
this.
be like this the whole time during Girl Please because I'm just disgusted and distraught. Ugh.
Sarah, nobody wants Sneak.
Who is where? Okay,
Okay.
let me not because I see how this.
Besides the fact that we have beat the horse of the sneaker heel hybrid,
What is it?
Sarah, let us know. Get in the comments. Sarah.
Please, I hope it
What
reaches.
happened?
I really hope it reaches her because what is
Please
Sneak
tell us what happened.
and how did you come up with it? Like I need to understand
Girl,
how her team.
please. Please.
How did they?
Sarah, please. Sarah,
Ooh,
please. Okay. So, Sarah, we don't see it for you with that. Ma'am. Ma'am.
even if
Y'all
he's
see that I didn't even
It's
really
not
want to
good.
throw the image up, but just because we love the girls, we gonna show you what we talking about. Okay, yeah. So anyways, in some more news, there's a Donna Karan reboot.
Mhm.
And this got every supermodel you could ever think of, OG,
OG supermodels.
in the campaign.
Yes.
But my question is, well, what do you think, friend? Can Donna Karan come back?
Well, this is the thing, right? And
Mhm.
I've been waiting to get to this.
Okay.
I love the idea of using the OG models.
Oh, well, if anybody's gonna do it, it should be them.
Yes, Alec Weck, like,
Oh, Christy
just,
Turlington.
just everything.
Yeah.
I do feel like there's a way to reboot
Mhm.
and to rebrand and to have a facelift in a new and refreshed and revived way. I felt like when I was watching the campaign
Yeah.
sizzle reel that it
Yeah.
felt like it was still the 90s Donna Karan.
Well, that is something that they said was important for them. They got the in-house
Yeah.
team to really study the archives. But my question is, okay, but see, Miss Karen is not a part of this.
Yeah, where was she at?
Well, she sold the brand, and G3 owns
Yes, yes,
Donna
yes,
Karen.
yes.
So, Donna Karen International. Yeah. So for me, it's just the whole magic of Donna Karen was Donna Karen.
Yeah, it was her. Yeah, it was that. She is Donna Karan, clearly. But
It's her.
it just didn't feel, to your
You
point,
know how I feel.
that's the word, the magic. It wasn't there. I didn't feel it. It was no like, I just thought I was watching something literally from 1999. I did not, it was,
It's like, oh, I missed that.
it's like, oh,
I
no,
didn't see
like,
that commercial.
I remember Gwen wearing it. Oh, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like, I don't,
Yeah. It didn't
it didn't excite me, to be
it
honest.
didn't get me jolly.
No. But beautiful
Oh,
guy. Mhm.
well, we'll see. That's a girl. I don't know.
Yeah, that's given
But salute the OGs though. Like anytime y'all work, please work.
work. I
And
love
I
it.
love, yeah.
They didn't miss with that. Like I
That
see
was,
them.
and that was in the, yeah, in the pipeline for me. Like they already knew that they had to come correct with that.
Yes,
'Cause
like
what girl walking right
they
now
did what they
is
needed to do
Donna
with.
Karen? Who's the Donna Karen girl now? What even is, we can
But
probably get
that's the
into this.
point. We would need to see
We
more
need
of
to explore this though. Like,
exactly
where
because
is that working professional woman brand, and who are the women that,
that's what I'm saying.
right?
There's so many women that could be the Donna Karen woman,
Yeah.
right? But
Yeah.
from this, you would not know who that woman would be because it feels still dated. Like
But
I,
who
the new
would that
Donna
woman be? Like it
Karen woman could be a Sandrine Charles or a Lindsay Peoples. It could be these women that are powerful and
well,
are
yes.
and shakers
Yes.
and are stylish and
I see what you, I like
so
my I'm here. I'm here with you.
yeah, like my girl
It's like
Lindsay
she's not
Peebly,
this.
like but you know, like all
Yeah.
these women that I just love and they are so powerful and they, you know, they make statements through
Yeah.
clothing. That's the Donna Karen girl.
For
Now
sure.
why didn't that resonate through this campaign? That's what I'm saying. It missed the mark somewhere, and I think it's the spark and the magic one of
Is
Donna.
the campaign full? See, to be fair, I don't even know if the whole thing is even rolled out yet, though. Like, I think maybe they're making a
But see,
splash.
this is the sizzle reel of it, right? So
Yeah.
if that's what's supposed to get folks excited, okay,
Well, and back to your point, like the Donna Karen woman was that powerful executive
right.
woman. Like I
Again,
don't know.
Adrienne Lofton, Donna Karen.
You
You know,
gotta get
these
here.
these are the yes, I'm obsessed with her. But these are the women, the Cleo Max of the world, who's the CMO Glossier.
Yeah.
Like all these, you know, powerful women. The CEO of the Dallas Mavericks. You know, she's more on the seasoned woman side, but she's a Donna Karen woman.
But my question is,
Aurora
what
James.
other brand? So we have a lot of Donna Karen women. We have a lot of
Right.
top-notch professional boss babes out here doing it. But my question is, what other brands currently are occupying that space for workwear for them? And two, who is going to design that?
Yeah.
Who do we have out here that's going to do that? Because we have a lot of casual wear, we got a lot of street
Right.
wear, we got a lot of avant-garde wear, we got a lot of evening wear. Do
So
we really have high-end working woman professional brands
not brands that are dedicated
or by women?
right. That I don't think there's pieces, right? Like
Yeah,
so
like
you
plenty
obviously
of people have a good blazer.
exactly, right?
Plenty
But
of,
it's not
plenty of
dedicated.
places have a good work pant. I mean, the row.
I was gonna say
Mhm.
APC. Like I
Yeah,
just feel like they have pieces that you can
yeah,
create this working woman, but it's not dedicated to her. So
yeah.
this is Donna Karen's moment, in my opinion, to come back with the OGs plus the newbies, and it could have been this is who Donna Karen was,
Yeah.
is, and who she is now today.
And they really need to throw in some newbies too, because while we love the OGs, like, are they really talking to that one? I mean, they're
Also,
kind of
too,
like retired too.
while we love models, we also love the everyday woman, and it
But
would
I do. I mean,
have been nice to see
I'm
that.
a very
It would
I
have been.
like to see models in the campaigns. Okay.
I do too. Yeah, I'm just saying, campaigns can be so,
And I
vast.
didn't mean to say that obviously Christy and Alec and all of these women are not retired.
No, 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 no. I don't think that's how the girls took it. No, no, no,
No,
no.
what I just said. Yeah, I just to make that clear. I just mean we need to speak to those women with the women that's gonna speak to them too. In addition to the OG, I think the OGs need to bring the brand back. That's just period.
Yeah, but
But then what's next?
alongside,
Right? What's next?
who's next? What's next? What's happening now?
Yeah.
Where do we go from here? Like if we're gonna call this a reboot and a rebrand, it my God, is it gonna be stuck
We
for?
could do this all day. We could do this all day. Right now, it's a girl. We watching you.
Okay, you're right.
We're watching you, girl. It
Yeah.
ain't pleased yet, but it's
Okay. It's right
okay.
there for me. But next,
Okay. So, Rihanna, J'adore Dior, and kick Shalice to the door. I'm just kidding. I don't know. Maybe her contract just ran out and she didn't want to renew. But Rihanna is the new fave.
or maybe they wasn't giving her the coins that she asked for. But
Or maybe she's tired of that. I mean, how long can her
maybe,
neck be?
maybe they were tired of that. Shoot, maybe they wanted something fresh. We talking about reboots. Here you go. You might want something new and fresh, and I'm here for Rihanna.
Well, let me tell you something, Rihanna. Do this bottle come with a download
I
of an
knew
album?
to do it. I knew she was going there.
Because at this point, it's please.
Let it rest. She not
It's not
making
gonna rest.
her
It's
music.
not gonna rest. Well, tell me that. Say
All
it
right,
to my face.
y'all.
Please. Please.
Yeah.
Next.
Next is my fave girl. Well, one of them.
Okay.
Beyonce launched a new whiskey brand called Sir Davis,
Mm-hmm.
LVMH. Friend, I know you're itching. Just say it because
Right.
I already know. I already know.
Okay. Beyonce find a family member for everything she want to do. You
Please,
better believe it was somebody in that lineage that has a narrative for this.
please.
Please. When have you listen? I am a whiskey girl. Everybody knows this. Whiskey is not a cash grab. Whiskey is the long game. That's a long game product.
Well, she might.
Everybody had an uncle, a granddaddy, a cousin hiding some liquor in prohibition. I'm gonna bring me a whiskey out. My grandma told me a story when I was in New Mexico about when she was young and her grandma used to sit on the porch and tell them, "Don't you get in this pot of this special water,
Ooh,
which was liquor."
hmm,
I'm gonna come out with special water.
that's cute.
Mima special water. Y'all go. Hey,
I will.
ask my
I-
grandma. I gotta. And don't nobody take. I'm gonna ask my grandma what they called her grandma when she was little. So my grandma's in her 80s. So this had to be around the time that Davis was hiding his liquor in trees.
Please,
Had to be. It had to be around.
not when they. I,
That's what she
I,
said.
I'm gonna move on because
Okay.
Beyonce is my girl. Kudos to her for branching out into another venture. For Tiara, it's a girl please. For me, it's a girl I want to see more. And let's see where this takes us. But friend, this next one, honey.
Oh, did you read it?
Yes. So this black couple They're hosting parties, events at their home, and their neighbors just continuously keep calling the cops on them.
But why can't black people who have 9,000 square feet of space have loud parties in their
Why can't they
backyard?
just enjoy their time in general in their home, in their space, in their yard without it being any disruptions and the
Baby, I have 9,000 square feet of space.
like, why are you so concerned about my literally always in black people business?
But here's something that I will say. Apparently, there were some other black neighbors who felt like maybe it was too often and too loud. But I do think there's something to be said about, okay, just because the neighborhood was quiet before we got here,
I
just
mean,
because y'all didn't throw no parties before we got here, don't mean we can't throw no parties because, baby, our home
and
is 9,000 square feet.
and also a little bit of this is subjective, right?
Yeah.
Because what you think is loud might not be loud to the next person. I would
Yeah.
personally have to experience it for myself because I've had these instances happen and it's like the music wasn't even that loud or whatever the case was. And to me it's just again, you're in my business unless it is offensively loud and inconsiderate,
Yeah.
to your neighbors and everyone else. What
Yeah.
are we calling the police for? And it
Well, did the neighbors try to go and talk to them about it? Like, here's the thing, because if
that too.
if if you paid for a home that large, we did too. And
Exactly.
sometimes that means that I'm not walking up to your house and knocking on no door. I
Yeah.
am gonna just call who's supposed to do that.
Right.
I don't know. Listen, obviously we are up in arms because we hate how black people are just not allowed to take up space, especially when we're told so often that we have to work so hard to achieve. And this family has clearly done that. So when
Hmm.
you achieve, you celebrate. And if that means that we have 11, 12, 13, 14 parties in a year, baby, that's how many parties we're having.
Yes. Yeah.
But you still live in a neighborhood.
Right.
And if there's a culture of neighborhood, everybody
And
needs
that's
to be.
that's what I'm saying. If it's to a point where it is a true disturbance, I can understand. But me personally, I'm not calling the police. That's just not me. But
Please don't call the police because
I'm
we
gonna
know
go
what
to
that gives.
yeah, I'm gonna be like friends.
There's gotta also be some other layers before that too in this neighborhood.
Saying like what happened to neighborhood watch
What happened to
for
neighborhood
the
watch,
HOL?
security?
I'm confused. Like, if this, to your point, if these people are living in these 9,000 square foot homes, I'm sure there's additional layers of security that already
You
exist.
saw that yard, it was big. Now, granted, outside, obviously we know sound carries, sound travels.
Yes.
And then, you do have to be mindful of the time. Like maybe, because, like, for example, I live in New York. It ain't nothing for my neighbors across the way to get out on their porch and do their bachata and have
Yeah.
barbecues or whatever. That don't bother me because it's summertime. We've been cooped up in our homes. Your family has come over. Shoot, I'm hitting a little shoulder back too when you right.
I'm
But
ready.
they also don't keep it on ridiculous hours, and it's not a nuisance the amount of times that they do it. So
Right.
the neighborhood has adjusted to when somebody's throwing up, same in my building.
And but I do think that's back to your point, that's the culture of
The
one, New
neighborhood.
York, and two, of your neighborhood. So I would love to understand one, wherever this is located,
Yeah.
two, what are the other things in
It's
place before
somewhere
we
on the
even get
outskirts of DC. Like,
that.
that's prominent. First of all, everybody
So
wealthy up there,
well,
but the
I've
blacks be
learned
wealthy too.
what I've learned about DC too, which I never realized before, they do lean to the more conservative end of things. So,
That's what wealth breeds, though. I think when
yeah,
people get
yeah,
wealthy, they just tend to have more conservative outlooks on things. It's
right.
the culture of how you work, your neighborhood, you know what I mean? Like the company you keep, just the circles you're in, like they're just conservative.
To me, this is still a girl please because I feel like there's so many other steps you can take before you go to the police. But that is just me.
To me, it's a girl, because I need to know more. Like,
To know
your
more,
neighbor spoken
but
to you about
also
this?
please stop calling the police because we know how this can result.
We
So
do. What I
I
will say about the article though is the police precinct did say that they didn't come as many times as they have calls logged, which I
okay,
do appreciate.
yes.
They don't come every time
Okay.
because they already know what it is. Now we also know cops that don't come all the time. But in this instance, I think they're familiar with the
Right. Right. Oh,
neighborhood.
it's them again. Yeah.
Right. Like, oh, they having a party. The cops was probably at the party.
It would behoove.
Right. It's the girl we watching
We're
you.
gonna see. We're gonna see.
Yeah.
That's yeah, that's one to watch for
Okay.
sure.
Yeah.
But yes, girl, this was so fun.
Oh my gosh, episode 10.
Yes, we did that.
Yeah.
Okay. And I hope
And y'all did that. Y'all did that.
yes, y'all did that. Okay,
We're
because
seeing the views, we're seeing the comments. Tell a friend to come on over. Like, comment, and subscribe. Y'all, please give us a like.
yes.
Just hit the likes.
Like, okay, and comment. Like TR said, like
Yeah.
we want to hear from you. Get into our DMs, our emails.
Yeah.
You know what it is. Follow us on Instagram. Mine is at DayChanelXOX. Tiara, what's yours? Shout us out.
TRC Mosley, if you want to just see me. And if you're looking for a personal stylist, I can be reached at stylish on her.
Love it and love it here because I am a stylish P girl.
Period. And
Okay.
come join the
And
Style on P universe. That's on period. Y'all be on the lookout for newsletters. Y'all just be on the lookout.
yes, because your girls are doing the things, okay? And
And
we'll
that's just really
go
what we're doing.
to talk about in the coming days and weeks of our personal things that we're doing
Mm-hmm.
and how Girl Please is growing and how we're
Yes.
building the platform. So y'all stay tuned. It's been real cute, but we gotta go. Okay. Until next week.